What's up, guys? Just back playing Ultima Online. Today I thought I would touch base on a character I've been meaning to sort of showcase for a little while. He's my role-playing character. I don't know if a lot of people are doing this or do this or not. I find it quite fun. His build is a thief, I guess, melee build. He's a poisoner as well too, so he's using 100 poisoning. Obviously, he's a thief, so 120 stealing. I've given him 120 swords, tactics, chivalry, and Bushido as well. They were just off skills that I had from my Sampire, who I have actually retired and I'm not using anymore. I got bored. Love or hate, I'm not a fan of Sampires. I got quite bored of them. I still use his axe. I had quite a nice axe for him. Which did very well. I managed to pick that off randomly off a player. Probably when I first started playing, I think, when I sort of got I think a lot of people get the idea of Sampire when they first start. It's an easy melee class. Obviously, he didn't have 120 chiv. Like, I've actually had to build that up. But I think there's bonuses to having those. But he does do nice damage, and especially with chivalry buffs as well as the Bushido buffs, and he uses Infectious Strike because he's using the Smuggler's Edge, which gives you monster stealing as well as it has on the skill itself, which is Infectious Strike. It also has Disarm, so I'm assuming that it might be used for a PvP weapon as well too. He's a bit of an expensive looking toon. Like, the stuff that I have on him, well, the Captain John's replica is not very expensive, but he wears a Jammu Sacred Hide, which to me, I think is one of the best capes in the game. They go for like a little bit of a price. He's wearing just mainly haste and Vit armor, but that's just for obviously the bonuses of strength and dexterity. He's wearing the animated legs of the Insane Tinker, which is quite expensive as well. I sort of just thought they looked cool and it sounded cool. They've got a nice bonus to them as well. Also, it was just sort of to work up his resistance as well too. He's also using the Gloves of Feudal Grip, which I think look really cool too. They give you a nice effect on your arms. They go over your braces or your arm braces. They look quite nice. I've given him bone ones to sort of give him that effect as well too. But yeah, his gear is pretty random. I wouldn't say it's probably the best, but you know, he uses a Crimson Cincture as well too, which I think to melee people are quite good too. But anyway, so there's a couple of little things I have noticed with this. I've sort of learned this myself. I'll come downstairs and I'll talk about this first. As you can tell, he looks like a pirate as well, which I think is really fucking cool. As I said, I enjoy him as a role-playing class. Okay, so you'll see at the front of my house here, there's some cobwebs. This is Navrey's Web. This comes from obviously Navrey. I do spend a lot of time there, as I always go on about animal training. But I spend a lot of time at at Navrey for animal training, and these things sit on the floor. Navrey's Web 4. It says obviously there. It says artifact rarity 5. So there's some semi-artifact. It is not a drop, but I will show you now how to actually get them. It's very easy. I'm thinking if people don't know about this, I'm going to assume that these may start disappearing very quickly. So if you see them, probably get in really quickly. I'm hoping that someone is in here fighting Navrey at the moment. You're probably wondering why I don't have stealth and hiding on him, because he's not a stealth thief. He's just a pirate thief in that sense. Well, anyway, so to use your stealing, because this is how we're going to get Navrey's Web, you actually have to have 2 empty hands. You cannot steal with a weapon in your hand. A lot of people probably don't use stealing. It's a foul thing, I think, but it's still cool. And with the Smuggler's Edge, which I'll show you in a moment as well. So you click on stealing, obviously, and all you do is, because if you notice first off, actually, you can't pick this up. So to other people, the Navrey's Web isn't, you cannot get that, and right? So if you use stealing, bang, straight away it steals Navrey's Web for you. As I said, you probably want Navrey to be out of the way. I mean, you could probably stealth in here and steal it, which is probably a better idea, like if there are stealth thieves. But yeah, it's that's a cool little thing. I have seen them on vendor search, and originally did wonder where they came from. I'm going to now leave Navi. I'm not going to hang around in here, so I'm going to head back home. So I can go and use my teleporter. We'll also now. So I'm at the moment I'm carrying the Smuggler's Edge. I'm also using a Smuggler's Lantern. I've purchased that, but I'm thinking we might try and go and acquire one. Apparently, they're required from killing the wisps in Ish Spirit. So we'll go and have a look at that. Let me just, so where am I heading to? Moongate, and then again these things here, moonstone crystals and crystal portals are so good. They're really cool. Also the corrupted crystal as well. They're great to have in your house. They allow you to go everywhere and anywhere pretty much. Not very expensive either. I think crystal portals go for about 7 mil or something like that. So I'm going to jump on my Effie horse. He originally was riding a Windrunner, and like I decided to train it up. It only trains, I think, 3 slots. I think it's bugged and it skips a slot too. It's no longer rideable by normal toons, so we'll leave the Windrunner. I think I actually believe I gave that Windrunner away. I may have released him or I gave it to someone randomly in town. They're a waste of time mount. If you buy it and it's for like a normal character, then yeah. But otherwise, yeah, it's gonna suck. All right, so we're gonna head out to, here we go, the Shadow Wisps. Okay, so to be able to steal from monsters, you like to have them in. To have them steal, you're going to need to have a free hand. You can only use a Smuggler's Edge with one hand. I will demonstrate my damage here too. When I grab one of these, they're not very strong. Obviously, they're going to die, but this is a good way to farm Valor as well, actually, out here too. So I'm not quite sure if we steal them or we need to loot a Smuggler's Edge. I mean, so we need to loot them with the Smuggler's Edge, or we just need to loot them from killing them. Yeah, there's a Wisp that has a heart. Okay, this is going to get a bit messy, I believe. Oh no, okay, maybe not. I believe that when I first came here originally, I I may have struggled a little bit because I didn't have my skills up originally when I made my thief. So I believe he's quite strong now. I love that when you kill a wisp, a shadow wisp, there's a torso inside of it. Does that mean the wisps have been eating people? Anyway, we're going to kill some more. I suggest not hitting these fairies around. They do get quite nasty. They have got a lot of hit points, I believe, and they do get a bit ridiculous on you, and they will chase you like literally everywhere. So I'm also using the Poisoning Mastery 3 as well. So it's not consuming my poison charges all the time. Mastery 3 says 77% chance not to consume a poison charge when using Infecting Strike or Injected Strike, which is really cool. I'm thinking that Injected Strike might be for when you use poisoned arrows, maybe. But I haven't tried that. But I'm enjoying this. I really am. And with my, obviously, as I said, with my buffs as well too. I'll buff up and I'll see if he does a little bit more damage. Yeah, see, raises his damage by a bit. You know, I really want to get his honor and his fame down. I did randomly start killing NPCs to do that, but I believe it's going to take me a while. I need to figure out where to farm a place where I can lose my honor. I really wanted to become like a scoundrel or like something really low, so he's constantly attacked and has problems everywhere because he's obviously a criminal. Without obviously going to Fel and killing people. I mean, maybe that might be another adventure where I attempt to kill people with him. I don't really know. But, yeah. We'll move on. I'm also thinking, I don't think you can use... No, that's right. As I said, one-handed. I'll try that again in a sec. I don't think you can use steel on monsters. I think it's just for players. Like when you obviously use... Is it sneak or what's the one? Let me have a look. Snooping, that's right. So when you snoop in someone's bag, it then gives you the option to steal off them. But it's mainly guildies and stuff like that, I think. As I said, in FAL, no one town sits anymore. It would be really cool if people did bank sit, but they don't. And they probably have all their items insured anyway. But yeah, this is probably one of my favorite characters. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my tamer and I love all his pets and stuff like that. Like, I've just started training a fire steed, which is really cool. But like at the same time, I mean, I enjoy this toon, to be honest, and he looks cool as well. I've used the reflective pigment on him, which is really cool. It's given his armor like a almost like a shadowy sort of metallic. Okay, so we'll keep going. We'll have a look. This may not drop. I need to sort of research this more, I think. This sort of video was sort of main the point of going to steal from Navi, actually. But yeah, as I said, I've already got a smuggler's lantern in my bag, so I don't know if it'll drop in or not. Stealing gets you random little things too. When you kill and attack mobs and whatnot, you get a chance to steal like a small item. So you steal potions and I guess empty potion bottles, which is kind of cool, I guess. You know, you are just pickpocketing them. So I also didn't add before as well. When using the Mastery 3 for poisoning, you actually get a really cool title, which is the Lethal. I'm a Kengo Samurai, obviously, because of my Bushido. It sort of sounds like I'm a Dishonored Samurai, to be honest. Again, total role-playing aspect, you know, of the game. I mean, this is a fantasy adventure game. You know, we are in a sort of medieval time, so, you know, I could be some kind of pirate of the Caribbean or whatnot. So yeah, I don't know the drop rate, but like it could be quite high. It could be very high, but we'll have just a small crack. I'm hoping one does drop though. It would be really cool. They've all got body parts in them. I believe the Shadow Wisps are cannibals and they eat people. Definitely eat people, but they're not eating me. See, rib cages. I could build a person. Jawbone. Okay. We'll do a couple more and then I might leave it there, guys. Bone pile. That was a few people. Actually, I might go and demonstrate this guy's strength. To be honest, as like you can tell, I said he's not a very strong class, obviously because of what he's using and his weapon as well too. But like you can see here, I've still got 9 charges of poison. It's literally allowing me to just continuously use poison, which is really cool. See, there's a little hut out here. This person had an arm. Had an arm missing. Sorry, it was eaten. Is this like a fairy hut or something? Hey, that's really cool. You can walk up it. How rad's that? Hey, that's really cool. I haven't really ventured out this far off to Ish, to be honest. I still have so much to see in this game. I'm only 5 months in now, I think. And I've still got a lot to do. Like, I've come a really long way and figured things out and whatever else. Made friends, made enemies, as you do. Yeah, this is looking pretty bleak, though. I originally did speak about on Stratix. I did ask about poisoning, and people said, yeah, it's a bit of an unused, I guess, for this kind of like class and for MMO, like especially with PVM. It's for this kind of MMO. Sorry, it's not really used for PVM. I believe it's more for PvP. Like, I do hear people say that their class is a poisoner. Again, I'm quite interested in that. I would love to see what it can do. You know, he's using Infectious Strike, and I'm using the highest. I'm using Deadly Poison. which is really cool. But yeah, apparently there was one higher, I think. It might have been lethal poison, maybe. I think they nerfed it. Well, apparently they removed it. It might have been for PvP purposes. Like, it may have been hurting people quite a lot. But I don't understand that in the sense that at the same time, though, that you can use, like, you can have a mastery of poison as well as using poison field on a mage, and it apparently gives you level 4 poison. So I wonder if I can go in here and murder people. Let's go and have a look. You're probably thinking that I'm a bit barbaric, but obviously I can't hit these people with a normal attack. I use yeah, nah, I can't hit them. I use holy light to normally piss off and attack NPCs, especially healers and stuff like that. I find that sometimes you can't just run up and smack them. So if you use holy light, it will hit them. This is called an abandoned building, and it's pretty damn abandoned. There's not really much in here. Apparently there's a scroll in here, though. Let's read that. The prisoner must be moved tonight. Take him to the ruins near chaos. Humanity rises. Hey, that's cool. I have no idea what that means, but that's cool. So again, this game is very dark. It is very dark. I probably won't be seeing the nighttime. The hat that I have on uses night's hat, which I hate in this game. I prefer the darkness. Yeah, we'll head back down. We'll smack a couple more wisps, and then I'll head off to do a bit of damage testing with this guy, and then I'll probably call it a day. Yeah, it's not going too well, I don't think. I have heard people that they've come out here and they've killed 2 or 3, and it's just instantly dropped straight away. But like for me, oh, actually, there we go. Haha, cool, one dropped. I already had one in my pack, and I now have another one. That's really cool. So okay, they are easily lootable by shadow wisps. So they're not looted from in them. You actually steal them from them with your knife. That's really cool. I have no idea why I just cast lightning just then. That was really, really strange. I didn't even turn that on with Bushido. That's a bit weird. Anyway. Alright, we'll go off back to the waypoint over here, and we'll head to another area. I do like this area. I do quite enjoy this area. There's a lot to it. Like, to the left-hand side, there is the Chew side area that you can go into to tame Chews, which is a really nasty area. And then up more, there's a couple more champ spawns as well too. Like, as you can see with the map, yeah, there's a fair bit out here. There's a little town up there too. I would really like to know where there are NPC towns where you can kill and murder the NPCs. Again, pretty barbaric, but at the same time, just to lose that honor and fame. Yeah, for sure. To get this guy down. I mean, he's reputable at the moment. That's a bit lame. Okay, so where we'll go to. We'll go to Honesty. I know this area really well. We'll go in here and kill some people or some monsters. So there you go. Infectious Strike. It does some nice damage. Like, once you hit them with that Infectious Strike, the poison does start to kick in very quickly, and it does hammer them really hard. May need to be a little careful here. There are a couple of nasties here, but no, okay. See, that was me buffed with my Chiv buffs just then. That's why he hit that a bit harder. I did see an imp, but he may have run off. Again, being a melee class, just adding to that before, you've got a low mana pool. I'm starting to think that maybe I need to, for this class, like, Yeah, I've raised his strength and his dexterity. Like he's almost maxed his dexterity out, but like at the same time, I need a little bit more mana, I think, because I'm running out of mana quite quickly, and it's quite painful when I want to use my lethal strike. Here we go. There's a Longback Paragon. Okay, so you can see that it's used 3 of my charges now. I love that Infectious Strike kicks in on the last hit. It could have helped before, but yeah. I like the effect of the Earthy horse too. It looks like a bit of a shadow horse or something like that. Again, a pirate riding a horse does make sense. He may have stolen it. Okay, here's something a little bit harder. Let's hit some buffs. Here we go. But yeah, as I said, I've got 120 Bushido as well, and I've got 120 Chivalry. I'm obviously parrying here a little bit. I'm not using any parry whatsoever. Again, I just used lightning there, and I don't really know why. That's really strange. But yeah, you can see here, I'm not taking any damage without using a shield too. I do have a shield in my bag that I will use sometimes, but I like to use my one hand just to steal things. But yeah, I also had my Chivalry 4 healing as well, just in case. I just use good old closed wounds, and yeah, he heals himself up quite nicely. All right, well, anyway, I may call that a day, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, don't like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want. Happy just to have you here. I will see you soon.